All right. Hello, everybody. Just getting things loaded up a little bit here. And welcome to Connected Community Health Sport. My name is Jacob Karen. I will be hosting today's workout. And, really excited this week. Moving, hit a really big a landmark kind of in our program here, moving into, our third kind of cycle here. We usually take every 12 weeks, we take a week off, get a little bit of rest break because going intense for those long periods of time can be pretty difficult, especially you've been sticking with it, week after week, day after day. So we'd like to every, so often every 12 weeks before we, ramp up the volume a little bit. We usually like to take a little bit of this rest week. So before, in the past, we did a previous, just, full week off, give people some time to kind of, step away, relax a little bit. I'm just going to sit down because I know I'm going to be talking a little bit here in the beginning of today's stream. Before we get started. But so yeah, we usually take a little bit of that time off here to kind of, just kind of let the body recharge a little bit. And so we decided we're going to work through a few mobility sessions this week. Something, me and my partners all feel is very important. It could be a good little break from some of these more intense workouts. So, next week we will be starting that 5-day-a-week program. I'm going to be modifying the moves a little bit. It's not going to be as more muscular based because you're not going to get those rest periods in those 5-day-a-week sessions. I'm thinking of going that Monday through Friday schedule to get you, moving, exercising, 5 days a week, Monday through Friday. Take a little bit of that rest for the weekend, but, got to do a little bit of remodifying some of these moves, so it is, a workout that you can do 5 days in a row. So going back to those half-hour sessions, still going to be a little bit less, volume than what you were previously doing in this past week. So, for example, in this last period, we've went from 3 days a week to 4 days a week, and now we're moving on to those 5 days a week. So right in that 4-day-a-week session, we were doing, hour-long sessions. So, technically 4 hours a week of exercise. That's a pretty solid amount. And, now we're going to 5 days a week, but we're going back down to those half-hour sessions to start. So, going to be bringing down your time of exercise per week a little bit. Just a little bit here and thing. We're obviously going to be keep ramping this up. It's going to get back into those 5 hour a week sessions. But I just want to give a little bit of heads up. So, don't feel, nervous about going into these 5-day-a-week sessions. I know you can handle it. You've been working with a lot of these moves. You've been building it up over time. And as always, even if you haven't been here since the beginning, we always make these moves modifiable for everybody. So we're going to have variations in there, whether you're just joining in today or whether you've been here since day one. We're still going to have, cutout points where, and even same thing, some people just like joining us in here live. Maybe they, I think the replays are great. You can follow the program right from day one. And, we've really worked our way up to this point. So it might feel a little bit intense if you haven't been, joining along with us for day one or been training on your own consistently. But, it's still a good, period to kind of see, just kind of get an idea of how intense things are. And, just for anybody that's just joining in now, still for them still being able to join us live and, still get a good workout too. Not feeling like they have to, catch all the way up if they want to join in with some of these live sessions because, maybe that's what's keeping some of you here. Who knows? But, anyways, I just want to kind of give a little bit of that heads up. Another cool thing, shout out to Happy Face for the suggestion. We're actually going to be doing one Wednesday because we kind of split our mobility workout. This is kind of standing more mobility for this Monday and Tuesday session. And then our Thursday, Friday session for this week, I'm going to be more of a grounded mobility. So kind of just showing some new moves, getting a little bit of recovery. And, our theme of the week, just talking about how important just getting some movement in is, even if it's, not some intense exercise, just getting the body movement, experiencing different movement patterns and the benefits of that. So that's kind of the theme. And the last thing before we kind of start getting into this mobility, I just want to talk about quick is our quote of the week, as always. And, did I not? No, I definitely put the quote in here. Sorry. Life is like riding a bicycle. Geez, I'm butchering it today. Life is like riding a bicycle. To keep balance, you must keep moving. And, I think that's a really great quote, especially when we're talking about mobility, just keeping the body moving, even when we have this rest period, because, an object in motion stays in motion. You don't want to, have impaired mobility from, a decrease in activity. So just even getting some light things, getting some of these movement patterns and keeping the body movement and have a whole lot of benefits. We're going to be talking about some of those here towards the end of the stream. But, that's a little bit all. I just want to catch everybody up. I know you probably came here for the mobility workout today. Probably didn't come in here to hear me ramble. But, we're going to be getting into that right here shortly. And as always, we don't have the routine up. I blame Adam for that one. I'm just joking. But I do kind of blame him for that one. I thought he was going to put the mobility workout so you guys could follow along right under the chat, but it's not there. But anyways, we are going to be getting into this workout here shortly. So 30-minute mobility, nothing too intense here. We're just going to be getting the body movement, going through a few different movement patterns. One thing you guys might want here, I'll let you know now, is you might want to grab a chair unless you have a couch or something close by. I'm going to be grabbing a chair. I got some couches and stuff nearby just so I can kind of be in the front of the camera going through some of these moves. So most of the moves we're kind of going to be sticking in that same pattern, going kind of that 30 seconds of work to 30 seconds of rest. But some of those we're going to be kind of working through that rest period, as you'll see. Same thing, you won't really need too much rest period, really light intensity, just kind of getting the body movement. And, goal of this is to get your body feeling better than when you came into this workout. So without further ado, let's get things started. All right. So for the first move, we're going to be doing ankle circles. This is going to be one of those ones where we're going to be working through the rest period. So we're going to be working 15 seconds one way, 15 seconds the other way, switch legs. That's technically going to be that rest period, 15 seconds one way, 15 seconds the other. So what you're going to do, one arm underneath the leg. You're kind of hooking it underneath, grab the top of the wrist, and I'm placing this hand right here on the front of the shin. This is to kind of lock the knee down so I don't get some of this hip movement side to side. I can really isolate the ankle. And so from here, we're just going to be doing 15 seconds of circles one way, nice, slow, and controlled. You might hear my ankle cracking a little bit. I had some people saying that we're just going to be going 15 the other leg, or 15 the other way, and then switch legs. So follow along with me. I'll bring you through the timer. Let's get those ankles. We're working from the ground up here. Oh, that's a little bit loud. Sorry. Turn that down. And now we're starting for real. 30 seconds. So 30 seconds one way, whichever one you prefer. I like sitting down for this one so I can kind of really just lock down, focus on the ankle. And we're going to switch directions now. 15 seconds the other way. Getting every joint in this body moving here in today's workout. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And now I'm doing the same thing on the other leg. 15 seconds one way. I'm going to go through this a few times. You're going to get those ankles right. And 15 seconds the other way. Let's go. I can tell you what, I definitely needed this. Ankles aren't really in the best condition. Had more than a few injuries, but 3, 2, 1. Great job. So next move before we get into the time, let me just demo real quick. We kind of got some ankle rolls going. And now we're just going to be doing some ankle rocks. I'm going to stand to the side so you kind of see what my feet are doing. I'm just kind of loading into my foot, almost like you're kind of trying to bring your toes up as high as you can while you're on your heels right here. I'm just kind of leaning back a little bit. And same thing as you come forward, you're just kind of loading into the balls of your feet. So I know it seems kind of weird, but we're just bringing sensory information to the bottom of the foot. Happy face, good to see you. Hope you're having a good day today. Need a break? Yeah, I don't blame you. That's what we got this great rest weekend. We've been going intense for a while. Have I missed much? No, just kind of getting into the mobility workout here. We're starting with that mobility this week. It'll be all mobility session, then we're starting fresh back into that 5-day-a-week session. We're just kind of summing up what we're doing. Thank you for the email. We took some suggestions from that. We got a few ideas of how we're going to move things going forward. I'll talk about that a little bit more in case you missed that in the beginning. Joke of the day. The body acceptance movement really died quick because it seems like antibodies are all the rage right now. That's a good one, Happy Face. I'll never fail to make me crack a smile on stream with those jokes. But all right, we got 30 seconds of those ankle rocks we're going to get into in 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Same thing here. Rocking back on the toes. Coming back. It's kind of like you're bringing the knees forward. I don't want it to go into like a full, like calf raise right here. You are going to be lifting that heel a little bit off the ground, but you don't need to, go to max, height here. We're just loading into that ball of the foot, going into the heels. Kind of just getting those ankles warmed up a little bit. And we are done with that. Next move. Coming up here, we got 30 seconds of rest. Well, we kind of set up the next move. This one, you've all seen this one before. We're just getting some leg swings, 15 seconds each side. Classics. Can't forget these ones in the mobility routine. Really great for opening up the hips and, just getting things loosened up, getting things moving. And we're going to be starting in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and let's go. Even though this isn't some science-based information about the leg swing, I just want to share a quick story. So my mom's boyfriend, his mom is over 100 years old. I believe she's about 103 right now. And according to her, this was one of her key exercises to her longevity. According to her, we're going to be switching sides now. And she said she used to do these leg swings every day. She said it kept her hip moving, and she was still walking around, moving, living her life to the fullest, even into, over 100 years old. So I'm not saying if you do some hip swings, you're going to live to 100 years old. But, there's a lot of benefits of these exercises and just keeping the hip moving, keeping things moving. And she said she did these every single day. Hey, if it works for her, who am I to tell her it's wrong? And we are done with that. We worked that rest period again so we can do those 30 seconds each leg. And now we got the legs swinging, a little bit more activation type move with the legs. We're going to get started here in a second. So another one, I'm kind of going to be grabbing the wall here. You're going to be curling the hamstring up to the butt and then bringing the knee raise. So a little bit of a combo move. Get into some of these other motions of the hip and the knee. And we're going to be going 15 on each leg. 3, 2, 1, and let's go. It feels kind of nice to get some mobility sessions in here. I know we've been working hard, and same thing, just good to change it up, especially it's been a 12-week period of kind of going nonstop intensity, switching sides, constantly raising that pace. Last time, really early beginning of the summer, we were getting into those on our last rest period, and we just didn't stream that week, and felt like we had a little bit of drop off there. So we figured, we're going to get a little bit of mobility sessions in here too. But great job with that one. Done with that. Next move, little bit complicated, but you can relate it to some of the moves we have previously done. I'm just going to pause the timer. I know I'm going a little bit longer through these. But so just like a toe touch, how we would do them in our workout streams, kind of bending down to the ground, coming back up. So a little bit different here. Legs are going to stay a little bit straighter. And this time, when we're doing these, floor touches, we would say, keep the back flat, try not to bend. Here, we're purposely trying to bend the back because we're going to be working on some spinal movement. So you're going to reach down as far as you can, and then slowly come back up. It's almost like you're rolling through each of those vertebrae down in the spine. Same thing, kind of roll it down, relax at the bottom, and slowly come up, working on the spine a little bit. And we'll be starting those in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and let's go. Rolling it back down, coming up strong. A little bit slower, a little bit more methodical here. Really try to roll it up one vertebrae at a time. You kind of hang the head so you get up nice and tall. So you're not going to get a ton of reps here, but we're going to be going through this one a few different times throughout this workout. Last rep, roll it on up, hit all those vertebrae, and we are done with that. Next move, we got our standing swimmer. So, got to change my camera angle a little bit here, just because a little bit too far away. But so it's going to start hands behind the head, up to the top, wide arms, put them behind the back, and same thing up behind the head, and then behind the back. Hit almost all the shoulder range of motion that we have here. We're just going to be moving through that for 30 seconds. And we're going to get going in 3, 2, 1, and let's go. Just keep on moving through, really trying to kind of stretch the shoulders out, getting some good motion in here, kind of resetting our body before we get back in the intensity next week. And we are done with those. So 2 more moves here. This one is going to be another 15 seconds each way, kind of like that T-spine rotation, but a little bit of variation. So you're going to open up tall and then wide, come back. So like the T-spine rotation, except you're opening up instead of going straight out, you're opening up with more of this single arm shoulder circle. We're going to be going in 3, 2, 1. Calling these T-spine rotations with shoulder circle. Kind of just making it up. It's a little bit of a combo mobility move. Same thing, you're going to be just going one each side, switching. Same thing, try to not let the hips move too much. Let all that motion come from the shoulders, come from the mid-back. All right, 3, 2, 1, and done. All right, last move here in the mobility session. Now we're going to be going through 2 more times, so don't quit out now. But we're going to be moving our neck circles. I'm going to come a little bit closer so you can see this. So we can go look out to the side, same one we usually do in the warm-ups. Moves that full range of motion. We're going to switch at that halfway point. And we're going to get started in 3, 2, 1. Let's go. I kind of envision it's like I'm trying to draw a circle, wide circle with my eyes. Just moving through nice and smoothly. Now we're going to reverse the other direction. We're really working everything from the ground up in this session, from the ankles, hips, knees, all the way up to the spine, getting the shoulders, all that good stuff. And we are done with the neck. So you know what that means. Grab your chair if you need them. We're going back to those ankle circles. Bringing that range motion into the ankles. One of my all-time favorite stretches. I know I was talking to you a little bit about these happy face actually in our last stream, ironically. So same thing, start with whatever leg you want. Grabbing the wrist, holding the front of the knee so the knee doesn't move. And 15 seconds each way. Good work, everybody. And we're going to reverse this now, go in the opposite direction. If you feel like you got any sticky points in your ankles, or you feel like you can't really move too much, just move a little bit extra slow through there, really gain some control of the ankle joint. Now we're switching legs. I'm doing the same thing. and reverse directions. Ten more seconds. We're going to keep rolling this ankle. And then we got the ankle rock coming up very shortly after this because we're working through the rest period. And done. So remember, before we get into this one, we'll be coming in a few seconds. So remember, just come through onto the balls of toes a little bit, then on the heels. Just kind of rocking through these feet, bringing some sensory information by kind of rolling that whole foot across the ground in 3, 2, 1. Let's go. I'm just kind of rocking a little bit, losing my balance, as you can see. Bringing that weight into the ball of my toes, lifting the heels up. Got dorsiflexion and then plantar flexion. Same thing, just kind of just bringing information to the feet. I always suggest doing these ones in socks or barefoot to really get that information from the ground without kind of having that wall of foam separating you from all that good information coming from the ground. But, leg swings coming on up after this one. Still got about 15 seconds. And we're working for 30 on each leg. Another one where we kind of work through that rest period. And then after that, we got that hamstring to hip raise. 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Same thing, just letting that leg swing a little bit, just like a pendulum. You don't got to get a crazy intense workout to do something beneficial for the body. Just kind of getting the body moving, experiencing different movement patterns. It can be great. Keep you feeling good throughout the day. Improve that range of motion and mobility, even potentially for a future workout. All right, we're going to be switching to the other hip now. And say for me personally, I had a pretty good workout yesterday. I'm feeling a little bit stiff. So this can even kind of be a great, even post-workout recovery if you had more of a, intense session the day before. But really good job. 3, 2, 1, and done with that. All right. We got our ham to hip raise. So remember, that's going to be hamstring, hip, hamstring, hip. And we're just going to be moving to that 15 on each side. I'm going to reset this real quick. And 3, 2, 1. Let's go. So getting that hamstring curl to knee raise. Getting that quad, getting that hamstring, and those hips working. All right, other side. Great work, everybody. Keep pushing along here. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And great job. We're still going to be working through this rest period for a little bit longer. But our next move is going to be that toe touch roll. Remember, get down all the way, slowly roll the back up, stand up straight. And we're going to be going in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and let's go. Rolling down to the ground, dead weight at the bottom, and I'm rolling it back up slowly. I'm keeping that chin tucked to my chest. A little bit of a yoga move here. Bringing it all the way up till you're nice and tall. I think you might only get 3 or 4 reps here, depending on how slow you're going. That's completely fine. There's a lot going on in the stretch. Let's get one more. And come right back up, and we're going to finish up here. And great job. All right, toe touch roll is done. That means we got our standing swimmer. So, again, you're going to start with the hands behind the head, all the way up to the top, and then behind the back like you're getting arrested. Hopefully you've never experienced that before. You've all seen it in TV shows, movies, hopefully. But 3, 2, 1, let's go. So starting behind the head, raise them up, out to the side, and then behind the back. We're hitting all these great different ranges of motion in the shoulder. Really a good all for one stretch here. I feel like I'm moving better already. We still got one more round after this. 3, 2, 1. Great job. All right, we got our single arm with T-spine rotation. So remember, I'm going to show these from the side. The arm is going to come back, and then you're going to be opening up the chest. So it's not just your arm going back as far as you can. It's arm coming and a little bit of that chest rotation. Our T-spine rotation, thoracic spine. And we're going to go in 3, 2, 1. Let's go. And remember, alternate. Each side should be feeling this in the shoulder, in the mid-back. Might even be feeling this in the core and across the rib cage, getting to come some of that stretch across if you're really opening it up here. You don't feel like you got to search for that. Just someplace you might not be feeling. If you say, oh, wow, I'm feeling this way more in the core, way more in the rib cage than I am in the low back, it might just be because a lot of this fascia, all this tissue is kind of locked up on the front side. It's not letting you get into that full stretch in the T-spine. But great job finishing up with that one. We got our neck circles. 15 each way. And then we're going to get started again from the top. In this quick little low intensity mobility session, get everybody moving on this Tuesday afternoon. So we're going to start those neck circles. Remember, looking out to the side, chin down. 3, 2, 1. Let's go. And again, this mobility session will change a little bit for that Thursday and Friday stream. Just so you know, we got some all new moves. It's going to be, you can almost do the whole entire workout laying down on the ground, which is awesome. We're reversing the direction now. Great job, everybody. And we are done. We're going to be heading back up to the top here in a few seconds. I just got to change something here in the settings. We are looking good there. And all right. So, apologize. A little bit of a urgent message just came up. So I apologize for the delay in the stream. All right, now I got to get back to the timer. All right, so ankle circles. Remember, grab your chair or your couch, whatever you're going to be sitting on for this one. Pulling the chair back out. 15 seconds each direction and switching legs. 3, 2, 1, and let's go. Same thing. I'm putting my knee in the chokehold, and I'm just going to let this ankle roll 15 each way. And we're going to reverse that. Great job. And other leg. Same motion, still just rolling that ankle. And nice, relaxed circle. Don't feel you got to go completely to your end range. We're switching sides now. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1, and done. All right, great job. Now we're going back to those ankle rocks now. So remember, onto the heels, onto the toes. Just getting a little bit of this kind of rocking motion. Like I said, we're just building information from the ground. 3, 2, 1, and let's go. So rocking back and forth. kind of just loading into the front of my feet, balls of my toes. I can say for myself, especially after doing the ankle rolls, my feet just kind of feel more awake, if that's the right term. I feel more in touch with them, feel more in touch with my positioning. So love doing some foot and ankle work. Can really be beneficial for building stability in the whole system even. But now we got leg swings. Remember, 30 seconds each way. 3, 2, 1, and let's go. Oh, the timer did go. Flatten that leg swing. 30 seconds each way. Maybe you're hitting this on your lunch break, getting a little bit of that midday mobility. Maybe you're watching this recorded. Maybe you're watching this live. We're switching sides. But if you're just tuning in now, just seeing this recorded, whatever time it is, welcome to Connected Community Health Support. We do 24/7 bodyweight exercise streams on, Twitch and DLive, YouTube, Facebook, all the stuff. We got all of our previously recorded videos on here as well. And our goal is just to make health and fitness more accessible. Today we're in a little bit of a rest week, work on kind of some mobility sessions, but we will be picking back up to our regularly scheduled programming. A little bit more of weight loss, a little bit more high intensity stuff coming back in next week. The leg swings done. We got our hamstring curl to hip raise. So remember, bringing that heel up to the butt and then bringing that knee up high as you can. Hold on to a wall, find that balance. We're going 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Sorry, my time periods are a little bit off because sometimes we're working through the rest and then I have to talk a little bit, just remind what the move is. So we're having to kind of pause the timer a few things. We're switching sides. Hamstring curl to hip raise. And great work, everybody. Hamstring curl to hip raise done. Now we got our toe touch roll. So moving down. Like we're rolling down to the ground, bent back, and then you're slowly rolling it back up, moving through the spine. We're going to get started with that in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and let's go. Rolling down to the ground, rolling things right back up. Good work, everybody. I know this is the opposite of what we tell you to do when we're doing that toe touch exercise or deadlift exercise that we usually hit in the stream. But, this is the goal. We're not working on the lower body. We're not trying to, work on the glutes and hamstrings here. We're working on the spine. Give me one more rep here. 3, 2, 1, and done. Really good job with that. We got 3 more moves. We got our standing swimmer. So remember, hands up above head, bring them start behind the head, up above the head, and then behind the back, and coming back up, doing the same thing. We're going for 30 seconds with these. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and let's begin. Great job, everybody. Moving through nice and smooth. These ones are feeling great. Always love putting these in my own personal workout. 3, 2, 1, and done. So now we got our single arm circle with our T-spine rotations, opening up and coming back. I can already feel that moving a lot better than when I first started this session. So that's always a great thing to look forward to, is moving better after one of these sessions. But I want everybody to get ready. We're going to be starting in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and let's move. Same thing, just alternating, same side. I can feel my body warming up a good amount right now. I'm feeling pretty good. Here we go. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and done. You know what that's bringing us to? I can't believe, wow, these sessions are a whole lot go by a whole lot quicker when they're half the length, right? What a surprise. From an hour to a half an hour. But same thing, still really getting some good workout. And, same thing, we're supposed to be kind of taking it easy this week. We've been going hard for a while. So, you've earned a break. You deserve it. Don't feel, this is still really beneficial for your body. But anyways, 3, 2, 1, next circle. Just doing 15 seconds each way. Getting the neck moving. And now we're going the other way. Three, 2, 1, and done. All right. Really good job today, everybody. I know that was kind of a mobility session, so we're not going to do a quote-unquote cool down, but I just want to do a few more moves, just kind of shake things out a little bit in case, because you might have been, really kind of stretching that out here in today's session. So, nothing serious, but just one thing I do, especially for the shoulders, because some of the shoulder ones can be a little bit more active. Just getting a little bit of these kind of self hugs right here. And same thing, we can shake out the leg kind of the same way. Just kind of letting our body kind of free up a little bit. That was kind of the whole point of today's session. So that's just one thing I kind of, just shaking it out a little bit. I know it kind of might seem a little bit weird, especially kind of watching me do this. But, same thing, just bringing that free motion to the body. And, can't get much more better than kind of just, sending stimulus to your body by kind of randomly shaking your limbs. In my opinion, you're throwing so much variability in there. As long as you're not doing it so intense, you're throwing your shoulder out or anything like that. But, I just want to say, really appreciate you all being here. This is a big milestone here in this program for, everybody joining in. And I think, for us, too, 26 weeks. I've been consistently streaming, I know I can say, me personally, I haven't missed a session since we began. I know Seth and Adam may have missed maybe one session. I don't think they've missed more than one. I know Seth had a final exam one day, so, legitimate excuse now to come to the session. I know he hasn't been as of lately because of his, crazy work schedule, but a really big milestone for, everybody moving forward in this program. We are through that halfway point. Believe it or not, this is a 52-week program, and week 26 in the books here. So half a year of consistent exercise. That seems pretty crazy getting to that point, but I just want to say I'm proud of everybody that's been joining along, whether you've been here every day, whether you're just starting today. You're making that effort to improve your health and fitness, improve your movement, and you're trying to be healthier, and that's what it's all about. And, that's why we're doing this, so we can, help people live a happier and healthier lifestyle through fitness, and without feeling like they have all these barriers, stopping them from doing that. That's why I want to do something that's, no cost, no equipment, no strings attached. You don't need transportation or anything to get to this workout. All you got to do is pull out your laptop and, maybe if you're following us, maybe you got notifications on, you'll see when we stream every time. Might be a little bit annoying if you have our Twitch notifications on, because we stream pretty much 24/7. But yeah, it's just really awesome. And I just want to kind of give that out. We are moving into, 5 days a week next week. So, 5 live sessions a week. Big step up for us, going from, it's really just cool. I know I'm reminiscing a little bit, but it's kind of really cool to see how far everything's come from, 30-minute workouts for 20 seconds of work to 40 seconds of rest. Last week, we're going for hour-long workouts with 45 seconds of work to 15 seconds of rest. So, pretty big jump there. We've been working hard. We've been building up to these intensities. And, It's just a really cool thing to see. Got a lot of positive feedback. Seems like you guys are enjoying these streams, enjoying the workouts. And so, as always, please send us a message. There's anything we can do to help. Maybe you're chiming in here at the end, just seeing this for the first time. I want to say now, unless you see live in the title, I know it might say live on Twitch, things like that. We are not live. You got to look for that live in the title. We just don't put replay in during our stream ones when we're restreaming them all day, just because it doesn't, replay isn't the hottest search term on Twitch. So we usually try to keep things like, full body workout, free body weight exercise, something that kind of tells you a little bit more about the stream than, our usual, replay day, 80, whatever, so and so on. So, if you're not seeing us respond to you in the chat and you're seeing some things already up in the chat during the stream, assume that, this might not be live. I'll just say this again quick in case somebody is watching this here at the end on the replay. We are live 7:30 a.m. on Mondays, 12 p.m. on Tuesdays, 5:30 p.m. on Thursdays, and back to 7:30 a.m. on Friday mornings. So that's all Eastern Standard Time. We're always going to have replays on Twitch. If you want to check out a little bit more about us, check out our website, check out some of our social medias. If you want to stay tuned, to what we got going on here. But just kind of want to share that a little bit out because, during the week, we actually noticed we were setting up the streams for the live stream. And in a session right before the live stream, like 10 minutes before it was over, somebody asked a question about, what is, one of the best ways to, thanks, Jake, back to work now. Enjoy your day at work. Happy face. Thank you for stopping in. We had someone, comment in the stream while it was during a replay, so we weren't even there. Luckily, we caught it because we were at the menu because we were putting up our live streams. They're like, oh, what is the, best way to, lose X amount of weight? I know it's a pretty general question, but, there could have been tons of questions like that get asked during our replay, and, we kind of miss out on them because we're not live. So, more likely than not, just by sheer the amount of time we stream live 4 sessions a week, and then we restream, 23 to 24 other replays of that stream per week. So, just statistically, you're more likely to actually find me on Twitch when I am not live, even if it says it's live. So I know that can be a little bit confusing, but just want to reiterate that again. Look for live in the title of the stream. If you see live, like it says right now at this, 12 p.m. session, then assume that we're live. If not, we are likely just a replay at that time. So just want to get that out of the way because I know that could be a little bit confusing. But, anyways, really great session today. Got some really great mobility working. I'm feeling good. I'm feeling my body moving. And just want to talk a little bit about why that's so important. I talk about a little bit about, how a body in motion stays in motion. And, a lot of times people have that decrease in mobility, decrease in, ability to move is because they've lost, or not they've lost, but they've, discontinued being physically active. And sometimes it's not like, even if you work, a desk job all day, but you're still getting some movement in during the day, throwing other variabilities at your system, you can still improve your mobility, improve, your abilities to do certain movements. And, even if you're confined to, desk job. So a lot of times we get stuck in these certain patterns, especially the one in today's society is, having that, forward head posture, shoulders rolling forward because we spend all the time, looking down at our phones, looking at a desktop, things like that. Obviously, we're all guilty of that. Nobody is, going to spend their entire day with, perfect posture all day. But, you can still do things to kind of reverse some of those effects. So say if your neck is stuck in this pattern all day from looking down, maybe just kind of getting some neck movement and moving the head around, experiencing some different stimulus in your neck to kind of free up some of these muscles and things right here. I like to believe that variability is the spice of life. And even if it's good movement patterns, if you're still hammering away at the same exact pattern all the time, your body's going to kind of adapt to that pattern. You might kind of be stuck moving in a similar way to that pattern. Even with a lot of athletes, that's why you see a lot of injuries in athletes from, very repetitive movements. Most sports, for example, you're going to be using one side more than the other. Say in baseball, you're likely going to be hitting from the same side, every time. Many other sports in soccer, things like that, you're going to have one leg that's, your, dominant leg that you're going to likely use more than the other. And so you can kind of create these imbalances even through doing movement. It doesn't have to be just inactivity that kind of keeps you in a movement pattern. Doing the same exact movement pattern, time and time again can also have that same effect where we kind of get our body, stuck in a pattern. I see Mr. Fox is here crashing my stream. I don't think he can get in the house because the door is locked. Hold on, everybody. Say hello to Mr. Fox.
You locked the door on me.
Hello. Here's Mr. Fox in the background. I'm coming in through the side door.
I apologize for interrupting everyone. I was trying to scare Jacob a little bit, and it went a little sideways. So now I'm here. Good morning, good afternoon. Have a great day, guys.
But yeah, anyways, just kind of saying that, just getting this mobility, getting this movement throughout the day can have a lot of benefits. Getting yourself out of those consistent patterns all the time. I'll tell you a quick story about those little bit of neck circles movement. It actually kind of came from a time I slept on my neck weird, like really stiff. I remember I moved my neck a little bit to the side. And I was like, this is really bothering me. And I knew it was because I slept in a really funky position that night. And then I was like, how do I free up my neck? My neck is stuck in this one movement pattern. And so I kind of had this idea. I was like, okay, I don't need to necessarily know exactly what's wrong with my neck. I just got to throw a bunch of information, throw a bunch of stimulus at my neck. That's obviously not painful. We don't want to be testing pain. I just threw a bunch of kind of stimulus by just kind of shaking my head like this, moving it around, getting some of these muscles moving. And then I, in all honesty, I probably spent, 5 to 10 minutes doing that. So it's a little bit of a longer time. But, neck was completely freed up. I'm not saying that's going to be the case every single time, but, my neck was stuck in a certain pattern from sleeping. I started getting some slow rocks, just kind of rocking my head back and forth, kind of like I'm doing right now. And I started kind of increasing the range of motion. I was like, oh, wow, my neck is really kind of loosening up. So just by throwing a bunch of different stimulus and things at the neck, I was able to free my body from those movement patterns. And that's kind of the idea with some of these mobility sessions. We're just experiencing different types of movements, low intensity, get our body moving, freed up, and how that can transfer to, better movement patterns throughout the day, more options for movement patterns because you're experiencing more variability. Things of that nature. And honestly, I could probably ramble about that all day long, but I'll cut you a little bit of slack here. I know I don't want to push you to sleep, but it's a topic that's really interested me, how motor patterns develop, how we can free ourselves from movement patterns, a little bit of where my interests lie kind of as far as motor learning and things of that nature go. But, we want to just share a little bit about why we think this mobility sessions and things are so important. I don't think this should be your workout every single day. Like this is the only thing you do. But, even just spending 5-10 minutes in the morning, just moving around, getting your body freed up can be so beneficial. But sadly, I do have to get going here. It's been a really fun stream today. Really enjoyed getting this mobility workout in with you all today. And, hope to see you. Adam will be here 5:30 p.m. Thursday, Eastern Standard Time. You can catch me live again Friday, 7:30 a.m. Got a fresh mobility workout coming in there. And yeah, so.
I actually am not going to be here at 5:30 on Thursday. I'm covering at my other job up in Hudson Falls, so I'll be doing about 8:30, 9 o'clock on Thursday morning. We'll post something on the Facebook to just make sure that you guys are all on the same page. My apologies, Snug, if you're out there. I really hope to see you. And Happy Face, nice to see you as well.
So you heard it here first from Adam. We'll let you know Wednesday night what time exactly that stream will be so you guys can all be ready, be informed. But, Friday should be the same schedule. And, yeah, great stream today, everybody. Enjoyed working with you guys through this big milestone here on this rest week. And, really looking forward to catching up with you guys again here. And hey, if you missed the mobility workout, just joining in now, don't worry about it. This workout will be replaying again at 1 o'clock and then every hour until pretty much through Wednesday. So
never miss a stream. If you want to find out more about us, check out that link tree in the bio. You can find all our social medias, YouTube, Facebook, Twitch, all that good stuff. Or if you want to know more about our business and some of our other free and paid services, check us out at connectedchs.com. Check it right over there. But anyways, had a lot of fun today. Hope to see you all again soon. If you want to check this out, be right back here at 1 o'clock. I'll catch you all soon. Have a good one, everybody. Peace out.